You hear the music, you know what time it is. I am KODX Factor, and welcome back to the Game Night Lounge, The Jump Off, your weekly podcast for all of your video game goodness. I said audio. All of your video game goodness, and my voice cracks. Dad gone off to a rough start today. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm very, very grateful for you guys to come. Whether you're listening to us in your car on your way to work or on your way from work, or going back home from work. Whether you're in the gym, whether you're listening to us on your headset while you're working out, whether you're at home, just got the day off, relaxing, you got us playing through your computer, through your TV, through your handheld device, whatever the case may be. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Last week's episode was one of our most downloaded episodes, so I thank you guys so much for that. Please make sure you go to our website at www.GameNightLounge.wordpress.com. Make sure you follow our weekly blog. We try to post up there every week, as well as our YouTube channel. All of our content is at our YouTube channel as well, so just go to our channel at the Game Night Lounge, and you can find all of our information there. So we have all of our Let's Play videos, our reviews, dynamic duo videos. Everything is there for you to click on and listen to. We got a lot of content that we played, especially over like the last month. We've had quite a ton to do, and we got quite a bit coming up. But I wanted to take just a quick moment to let everybody know some plans for next week. We will not be here in the office all of next week. So we will not have any new Let's Play videos going up, even though we know that it's a big week. We got, the Fallout 76 coming. We got Battlefield 5 coming. We will be handling all that. We will be taking care of all those. The reviews for those will go up. Like I said, we're going to take our time with Fallout. So our review may not go up as timely for that one, just because we want to make sure that we experience everything that game has to offer. So we're going to take our sweet time with that one. We will keep you updated on the progress of that review, however. We're going to have a lot of Let's Play videos from it. We got a lot of content coming from Fallout 76 next week. The end of the week is going to bring us Battlefield 5, so we have a lot coming for that as well, even though last week we talked about their Battle Royale not being available until the spring now. But that's okay. We still got multiplayer we can cover. We got the single player we're going to cover. We got a lot to cover in regards to that. But next week we will not be having a podcast, and we're going to be really, really slow on content. Now, we're going to try to have some content already pre-done and recorded in Orlando. Again, we got a huge expo we got to go to next week. So we will be live at an expo in Orlando next week. So we will not be here. So like I said, we will not have a show next week. We will have one the following week, which is Thanksgiving week. So we will have one that week. And then we'll try to cover everything that we missed from those past 2 weeks in that episode, as well as we're going to hit you kind of with like the barrage of content and games and stuff like that we missed while we were away. So that content will be coming to you, just not as quickly as I'd like. But it will be coming, so just don't fray. And you don't have to hit up our DMs or our Twitter accounts either. But we do have a little bit of a jam show today. One content is probably going to take up a majority of our time here today, and that is if you follow our Twitter account or mine personally, I'm on Twitter at KODX Factor. The Game Night Lounge's main Twitter handle is at Game Night Lounge. Make sure you follow both. But if you follow my Twitter timeline, you probably noticed that I put up a post last weekend that it seems like every time I put up a new show, it's like content comes for what would make a good topic for one of our shows. And I was like, well, you know what? I will shelve it for this episode. I did that. I am bringing it out now. It is actually still really, really relevant because there's still a lot of scrutiny. And if you're trying to piece together or figure out what it is exactly I'm talking about, I am talking about Blizzard had an event. And now that you probably heard me say Blizzard, you already know where I'm going to go with this. And they announced two big things. First of which was the Warcraft 3 remaster. I think they called it like the Reforged edition or something like that. It comes out in 2019. That was awesome. I'm actually really, really excited for that. I've been a huge Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 fan. I'd like for them to kind of go back to and remaster the first two. Maybe do those as like a package deal because I would love number 2, but I also love number 3. And when I saw the announcement for the remaster of Warcraft 3, I said to myself, I was like, you know what? It's actually about time because we knew shortly after they remastered StarCraft that they were going to be doing a remaster probably of Warcraft. We thought they maybe actually do like a remaster of like Diablo or Diablo 2. And fans loved it. They went crazy for the Warcraft 3 remaster. I was one of them. I was very, very genuinely excited for it. So, and if you're not an RTS fan, you're not a fan of Warcraft, then you may not be as excited as we are for it. But as we are the Warcraft fans, I was really, really, really excited for it, and I can't wait. So 2019 is already looking really, really jam-packed with games, and just adding this to it is just going to make it that much more exciting. But the big thing that's going to draw us to our topic here today was they had a Diablo announcement. Now, fans like myself actually, have been clamoring for Diablo 4. Or maybe like an expansion to Diablo 3, like a second expansion or something. And fans were just waiting, like maiden breath, they were waiting. Okay, we got to have some sort of like a Diablo 4 announcement or something like that. And I'm kind of on both ways of the fence here. Because what they ended up announcing was a Diablo mobile game that's going to be coming to your phones. Now, fans were not upset that, well, yeah, take that back. Let's backtrack to here just a second. Fans were irate about the announcement. Just let that sink in for just a second. Fans were irate. You may be a listener that was actually one of those that was irate about it. You may be one of those that was completely floored by the announcement that they announced a Diablo mobile game. Now, I have no problem with mobile games. I have no problem with phone games. Some of them are really, really fun. And I am sure that Blizzard's going to do one in a really, really positive way. And Diablo is one of those games that, yes, you could do that with. You can do a phone mobile game with Diablo. They've already proven that they can do a mobile game with Diablo. They've done it with the Nintendo Switch with releasing Diablo 3 on it. So a mobile game is actually kind of in their wheelhouse for that title. But the fact that fans wanted a Diablo 4 announcement, they felt shafted. They felt completely floored by it because they felt that that their Diablo, or not Diablo, but Blizzard was not listening to the fans. And Blizzard doesn't care about the fans. These are just some of the tweets that I'm reading based on the announcement. Now, Diablo Eternal or Inferno, something like that, is a mobile game. So it is a game you're going to play on your phone. I'm sure it's probably going to be one of those games that's going to be free to download, but it's going to have a crap ton of microtransactions. And the game's built for it. It's made for something like that. But what people were just generally upset about is they were expecting something that they didn't get. And let's be perfectly honest. Gamers today, in this day and age, if they don't get what they want, they're floored. They don't even care about like what was announced or how good that game could possibly or potentially be. If they don't get what they want, they riot. Now look, I'm one of those. I'm not one that's going to go riot and start picketing the developer and stuff like that, saying, how could you do this? I want Diablo 4 as well. But I'm not going to get just completely floored and start banging on Blizzard's door, screaming at them because that's the direction they took to go. First thing you got to understand, with any game release, no matter if you're excited about the announcement or not, no matter what, there is a development team of people working on that project, and those people are passionate about that project. So when you come banging at the developers' doors that you're upset because you did not get a game announcement that you were expecting or wanting, you are ready to cast that game aside without even giving it a second thought and start attacking the developer, start attacking the studio, And because what you're doing is you're attacking the people that are putting their time and effort into that title. That is where I have a problem. And I will open up the discussion. I will open up the floodgates, because here we go. First of all, I don't know where this sense of entitlement came from, where fans feel that they control every little thing that a studio is going to do. Yeah, you're right. You control it to the extent that you buy the game. You don't like it, don't buy it, don't play it. No harm, no foul. You don't buy it, then the studio will see, okay, look, that really wasn't that popular. We need to go a different route. You just don't buy it, don't play it. You have no right. The audacity is just completely just through the roof here. You have no right to start attacking the developer because of the choice that they made. Essentially what you're doing is you're attacking all of those hardworking people that are working on this title. They are putting their passion behind this project, and you are crapping on them for doing so. How dare you? Let that sink in back. I'm going to let it sink in for just a moment. How dare you? I don't know where this sense of entitlement, it's this day and age. The day and age of this world today, everybody is so self-entitled and so self-absorbed that they could care less about anything else. If it's not what you want, you start throwing a hissy fit. And that's exactly what you're doing. This is the modern day age of kids falling to the floor, screaming, kicking and screaming, and turning circles in the aisle when they don't get something that they want. That's what you're doing. That's what you are. I'll say that 100 times over. That is exactly what you are. You have no right. You don't get what you want? Oh, well, boo-hoo, I'm sorry. Just wait till it's announced. You know the game's coming at some point. At some point, that game is going to come. You know Blizzard is hiring people to work on that game. Right now, it is probably way too early in development for them to even announce the project. You know Blizzard, when they announce something, it's going to be a big announcement, it's going to look good, and it's going to be playable. They're not going to crap on you and say, oh, here's a logo, be happy for a few years. Nintendo was happy to do that with Metroid Prime 4, and now this past year, people were wondering, like, where's Metroid Prime 4? Look, we teased you guys a couple years ago with just the logo. Be happy with that and shut up. Blizzard doesn't do that. Blizzard's going to present you something that you can either play or physically see what the game is going to be. And if the game is way too early to show in a form like that, great, don't show it. Don't even announce it. If you got another project that is near completion and you're happy to announce, by all means, go right ahead and announce it. If the fans don't like the announcement, how dare them? Screw them. I said it to you. Yes, screw you. 100 times over. You guys did the same thing with Mass Effect 3. Oh, I don't like the ending. Let me boycott the studio and scream at them until they change it. This self-entitlement world that we live in now, yeah, your parents should have swallowed you at birth. Yeah, I said it. If you were one of them, boo-hoo, I'm sorry. Cry me a river. This has got to come to a halt. And I've seen many developers and many execs from different studios, not even associated with Blizzard, coming to the defense of Blizzard saying that, look, if you're unhappy with the announcement, then just don't buy it. Don't play it. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to play it anyway. Don't be stupid. You're going to play it anyway. I know you. Everybody nowadays has a mobile device, Android or iOS, doesn't matter. You're going to download that game and you're going to play it. Don't tell me you're not. You're a Blizzard fan, you're a Diablo fan, trust me, you're going to play it. But just the fact that it's not the game that you want, you decide to throw a hissy fit. I saw the video of a fan that went to a Q&A session. And now you guys probably already know what I'm talking about because this video went viral. He's at a Q&A session with the developers behind the game and the execs over at Blizzard. And he asked them flat out, is this just like a off-season April Fool's joke that you guys just tried to play? No, moron, sit down. This is an actual game announcement that people are putting their hard time, effort into developing for Diablo fans. If you're not one of those fans of a project like this, then sit down, shut up, don't play it, move on to the next. Wait for Warcraft 3 if you're excited about that one, and many people were. So there's one game you're not excited about, there's another that you were extremely excited about, and you still had the right to come out there and attack Blizzard because of what they announced? How dare you? If I was Blizzard, I would put up a tweet saying a big old screw you. They won't do it because, and many people say, oh, they don't care about what the fans think or what the fans want. Yes, they do. Every developer out there in the world or the country cares somewhat about what their fans want. It may not be what the developers want to do at that particular time. Every developer has a whiteboard. Every studio head has a whiteboard in their office of projects that they want to pursue. If time's allowing, they got things that they want to pursue. And mobile games right now, whether you like it or not, are going to be at the top of that list a lot of the times because developers are showing that mobile games work. PUBG proved it, Fortnite proved it, all these games, Final Fantasy's on mobile now. You got games galore on mobile devices. It works. And people play them and download them, and they're very profitable. So, of course, on every developer's list, they're going to be like, okay, what franchises can we turn into a mobile game? Do we have the resources? Can we do this? Can we put one together? You're not going to get away from that. And they decide, okay, look, Diablo is probably the best one that we can do a mobile game of on your phone or iPad or whatever, tablet, whatever. And it's going to function great. We can actually get money from it, and they'll probably pump that money into Diablo 4, the game that y'all want, and then move on. But the fact that you want to scream at Blizzard because you're not happy about the announcement of the mobile Diablo game, I'm so sorry. You guys are just a sad waste of life. Some of these words just may be hurtful or just demeaning to some of y'all. I don't care. I'm not one of those developers that's going to just hide behind the wall and say, all right, well, they're mad. Let's see what we can do to rectify this or fix it. If I was Blizzard, I'd create an image of a guy with a middle finger and a Diablo 4 logo behind it saying, here's your logo, shut up, screw you, and you're going to wait. Because that game's probably not going to come for like another 4 years anyhow. So I don't know what you guys are all up in arms about. The game is, if it's way too early to show anything off or any kind of announcement, that game is not coming for a number of years. You're going to have to realize that. The game's not coming next month. The game's not coming in the spring. The game's not coming in the summer or next fall. You're just going to have to get over that. And for you guys that want to attack Blizzard because of that, you guys just don't deserve to play any kind of Blizzard-related title. You don't want it, don't download it. Don't play it. Don't buy microtransactions. If you feel that strongly about it, it's not that difficult. But stop being one of these self-absorbed pricks that feels that if you can get your way doing, because right now, all y'all that are doing that are acting like big old babies. I have 2 kids, 1 8, 1 6. I never had one of them drop down in the aisle of a grocery store, of a toy store, or whatever store we go into, start kicking their feet and screaming because they didn't get what they want. One, because they know they get a complete butt whooping if they did. I was going to say something else, but I realized there's a lot of different ages that listen to the show, so I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. One, they know they get a complete butt whooping if they did. And sadly enough, a lot of you gamers out there that are acting like this, that's what you need. You need a swift kick in the ass. You need to wake up. Just get this realization that you cannot be this self-entitled. This isn't, if you don't like it, the game wasn't intended for you. Not every game that is ever made is intended because of what you want. They're creating something new that they haven't done before. So stop being this self-absorbed prick that feels that you can kick and scream until you get your way. Stop that. Diablo 4 is coming. It is coming. You know they are making it. They're not going to just sleep on that game and it's never going to come. Come on now. It's been, 8 years since we've last seen Diablo? Diablo 3 came out, 8 years ago? Something like that. So yeah, it's due. It's due for another one. But let them work on it. They're not going to showcase or show you something that's not complete. So you need to shut up, let them work on it, and they will show it to you and announce it when it's ready. Don't try to force the issue. Just get what they give you. If you don't like it or don't want it, don't buy it. It's not that difficult. Daggone. Come on, people. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to argue with me on this, I'd be more than happy to. You can comment on our Twitter feed with this. You can comment in the YouTube video. You can comment on the iTunes store, whatever, on our website. It doesn't matter. I see them all. I'll be happy to go back and forth with you on this if you have something you feel that I said was out of line. I, right now, don't think it was. Actually, matter of fact, it's not I don't think. I know it wasn't. And if you're going to be one of those that gets upset at my words, then you're just further proving my point. That's this whole world today. Everybody's so self-entitled. Everybody feels that they're entitled to something. You're not entitled to anything. There's not a thing in this world you are entitled to. No matter who tells you you are, no matter what your parents say you do. You do not. You work for whatever it is that you get. And when it comes to video games, you just get what the developer is going to give you. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's not that difficult. That's the only way. If you want to prove your message or send a message that you weren't happy with what they are releasing, back in the day, that was the only way to do it. If products didn't sell, okay, look, fans didn't like it. They didn't clam to it. We got to find something else. Not attack the developers while they're showing this thing off at their event that they're hosting for you. And then you got all these developers that are actually working on the project that are seeing this and hearing it, and this is going to just make them disgruntled. They are putting hard time and labor into these games. Some of y'all just don't get it. These games are hard work. They are very time consuming. These developers are taking many, many hours away from their families, away from their kids, their wives, away from just life in general, because they are inside of a studio putting together a project that they are passionate about. And look, not everything you work on, if you're passionate about something, not everybody's going to be passionate with you. I've been passionate about our gaming website, our gaming channels, and this podcast for a long time. There is some that just don't like what I do. That's okay. It's not going to affect me from doing what I do. Comments are not going to do it. But at some point, it's going to boil over. And you got these developers that are working on this, and you're just pretty much crapping on them for doing so. You need to take a serious thought process and think about this, and think about that while you're crapping on them. Is it really, really worth it? I'm sure some of these guys are probably ones that worked on Diablo 3. They may be working on Diablo 4 as well. You want them to put forth their best effort into that next project, that next Diablo project, you might want to seriously reconsider how you're approaching this type of a game announcement. Because, me personally, I've been like, oh, well, if Diablo 4 is what you got, I'm going to give you a shoddy version of Diablo 4. May not help with their bottom line, may not help with Blizzard's reputation, but just as a solo game designer, that's how I would look at it. You're not going to push me to change something that I'm passionate about. You guys tried that with Mass Effect 3, and you actually got the studio to bend over backwards for you to change the ending. You guys are retards for that. Yeah, I said it. I'm not talking about developers. I'm talking about you fans that boycotted and signed petitions. Change this ending. This is not what we wanted. Boo-hoo. Self-entitled little babies is what y'all have become. Just shut up, play your games that you like. If you like something coming up, buy it, play it, and be happy with it. And shut up. That's all I can really say about it. Just shut up. But moving on really quick before we close out this show, Fortnite also had gone out and announced they got a lot of things coming down the pipeline with content, new skins. They just announced a new partnership with the NFL that you can now download skins that represent the different teams of the NFL, football skins. Look, Epic Games is just doing everything right when it comes to this type of a game. I can't praise Epic Games enough for what they're doing. Now, the partnership with the NFL, that's a big deal. Some of y'all look at it like, oh, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so you can have a football skin of your favorite team. It's more than that. Do you realize, besides Madden, this is one of the first licensed products that the NFL is siding with when it comes to video games? And we're talking about a battle royale shooter at that? This is a big deal. And I'm sure that the team that was behind getting this deal done and these skins going, because they're going to be available first thing tomorrow. I already know I'm going to get one just because I like the idea. I like, because it makes you think and it makes you wonder, what other licenses are they going to go after? They already did the Avengers because they had the Thanos thing, the Thanos event not too long ago. And now they're doing one with the NFL. And the NFL, like I said, that's a big deal. Big deal. And they're just going to keep on going further and further and further with this. And just to think that this game started out many years ago, I say many years ago, but years ago, like a year or two ago? 2 years ago? This game came out and it was it was like more of like a build and defend waves of zombies type of game. It was like a tower defense game is what it started out to be. And it's slowly turned into what it is now with the Battle Royale mode. And people are trying to find those physical discs of the game because they stopped selling them because you can download the game for free now when it comes to the Battle Royale. And people were trying to hunt down these physical copies of the game. We've got two of them here in the office? One. We got a PS4 copy. Okay. We have the physical disc of one. Because this at one time was a completely different game than what it is now. And what Epic has done to transform this game into what it is now, it's just mind-boggling. And I was when I saw the partnership with the NFL, I was just so happy because it shows to me two things. That they are just going to continue on no matter what other games or what other obstacles come in their way. And when I say other games, I'm talking about Call of Duty Blackout because that was like the big one that people were talking about. Oh, this is going to take over the Battle Royale mode. It might be PUBG. And now you see PUBG trying to go after some of those licensing deals. They just got that deal with DC for the Joker and Harley Quinn. So you can download those skins and play with those characters in the Battle Royale game. You're going to see, and this is all on the heels of what Epic Games has done with Fortnite. And Fortnite is the best game to do that with. And they're going to continue doing it. Because now they have the resources. And we're talking about billions of dollars that they're making just off of Fortnite alone. That's not even including like licensing fees that they're getting for other studios using the Unreal Engine. But just the licensing deals that they're getting done with different, because it makes you wonder, where are they going to go from here? What other skins are they going to start incorporating into their games? Because now you're going to have other companies chomping at the bit to try to get, because they know the popularity of Fortnite. This is an advertising juggernaut. And the NFL knows this. NFL is very smart this way. Fortnite is an advertising juggernaut. If there's something you want to advertise or sell, find some way to incorporate that into a Fortnite game. And businesses are starting to do that. And it's going to start happening more and more. Movie tie-ins. You know, just sports companies. I'm sure somewhere down the line we might get like an NBA, an NHL, an MLB. These are going to come very, very soon down the line, I bet. And Fortnite is going to be leading the way in that. So just my thoughts and opinions on that. I thank you guys so much for listening. Just remember, again, we're not going to be having a show next week. But if you want to comment on this week's show, please make sure you send us a message either through our website. We have a contact form on there. You can do it publicly at our Twitter handle, at Game Night Lounge. Or you can do me, that's what she said. Me personally on Twitter, at KODXFactor. Our website, again, is www.GameNightLounge.wordpress.com. Our YouTube channel is The Game Night Lounge. We are even on Facebook. Our Facebook page is The Game Night Lounge. So that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm KODX Factor. This is The Jump Off. All the guests that appear on this show and future shows are all part of the Game Night Lounge Media Network. And until next time, game on.